Welcome back. I'm Joshua Van Veen, and today we are going to pick a fight with a very popular, very damaging misconception. I want you to pause for a second and think about the word systemization. All processes, standing operating procedures. What image pops into your head? For most people, it's cold, it's grey. Maybe you have a mental image of a factory floor in an industrial era. Rows of workers in a massive manufacturing plant doing the exact same motion thousands of times a day. It feels unnatural, doesn't it? It feels robotic. It feels unhuman. We tell ourselves, I'm a creative person, or I like to go with the flow. We view systemization as the enemy of freedom. We think that by doing the same thing in the same way every single time, we are killing our spirit. But today, I'm going to flip that on its head. I'm going to argue that systemization isn't just helpful, it's the very definition of being human. It is how you survive. It is how you grow. And I'm not just saying this because I like order. I'm saying this because it's how your biology is wired. If you think systems are boring, you're looking at them wrong. Systems are the vehicles for your dreams. Let's dive in. We tend to think ourselves as hyper-conscious beings, constantly making logical choices about every move we make. But if you actually look at the neuroscience, that isn't quite right. Psychologists and neuroscientists often refer to something called dual process theory. Roughly speaking, your brain has two modes of operating. System 1 is fast, automatic, and emotional. System 2 is slow, logical, and deliberate. Now, here's the kicker. System 2, that consciousness, logical part of you, is extremely energy expensive. Your brain represents about 2% of your body weight, but consumes roughly 20% of your energy. If you had to consciously process every single micro action, lift left foot, face down, lift right foot, engage calf muscle, you would suffer from massive cognitive overload before you even finished breakfast. So what does your body do? It systemizes. It automates. Research by Dr. Wendy Wood from USC suggests that roughly 43% of our daily actions are habitual. They are performed automatically while our conscious mind thinks about other things. You have a system for how you shower, a system for how you drive to work, a system for how you make coffee. You aren't doing this because you are a boring robot. You are doing this because it is biologically efficient. Your brain is offloading these tasks to the automatic system to preserve energy for things that actually matter, like solving complex problems, loving your family, or surviving a crisis. You are, biologically speaking, a system of habits, and that is a superpower, not a flaw. Understanding this science explains why so many people fail when they try to grow or change their lives. We see this every New Year's. People try to change their diet, their workout, their reading habits, and their sleep schedule all at once. They try to use their conscious mind, that energy-hungry system 2, to override everything at the same time. Psychologists call the result ego depletion or decision fatigue. Your willpower is a finite resource. When you try to force too many new behaviors at once, your battery drains. The brain, sensing a threat to its energy reserves, pushes you back towards your old automated habits. This is why the boring approach is actually the only one that works. True growth requires what the Japanese call kaizen, continual improvement. If you understand that nearly half your day runs on autopilot, you realize you can't just rewrite the whole code overnight. You have to move one new behavior from conscious effort to automated habit. You focus on one small system. You repeat it until the neural pathways are myelinated. It becomes efficient. Once it's automatic, it costs you zero energy to maintain. Then you move to the next one. This implies that the person who seeks out slow, small, systematic improvements is significantly more likely to succeed than the person trying to hustle their way through a total transformation. Systemizing your life isn't boring. It's strategic energy management. Now, let's zoom out from the personal and look at the professional. I work with people who resist implementing systems in their business. They say, it takes too long to set up, or I want to be agile. Here's the truth. Systems allow for complexity without cognitive overload. In business, as you grow, complexity increases. You have more data, more clients, more variables. If you try to manage all the complexity with your conscious mind, you will hit a ceiling. You will burn out. Systems provide predictability. Think about it like a pilot. A pilot uses a checklist, not because they are unskilled and not because they lack creativity. They use a checklist because flying a jet involves thousands of variables. By systemizing the routine procedures, the pilot's brain is free to scan for the unusual. They have the mental bandwidth to handle an emergency because they aren't wasting brain power wondering if they flipped the landing gear switch. In your business, systems allow you to do more with less. When you systemize your workflow, you are essentially engaging a cognitive offloading. You are taking the burden off your working memory and putting it into a process. This leaves you with the resources required to take the immediate actions required. You are not bogged down in the everyday, numerous decisions. You have them mostly systemized so you can focus on the change, on the innovation. You want the operations to be boring so the growth can be exciting. This brings me to the final point, the paradox of freedom. There is a well-known phenomenon that those who track their time, use calendars, and plan their days actually report having more free time and less stress. Why? Because unsystemized time is easily stolen. It gets stolen by switching costs, the mental energy it takes to switch from one unplanned task to another. It gets stolen by indecision. It gets stolen by the anxiety of what should I be doing right now? Living by a schedule then isn't boring. It is wise. It is proficient. When you systemize your time, you create boundaries. You can carve out a block that says play. You can carve out a block that says family. And here is the key. Because the rest of your day is efficient, when you are in that family block, you are fully present. You ain't worrying about the chaotic mess of your business because your systems are handling it. That is true freedom. Systemization is a part of our human nature. It's how we evolved to survive in a complex world. So let's wrap this up. If you've been resisting structure, if you've been telling yourself that systems are unhuman or robotic, I challenge you to look at the science. You are a biological masterpiece of automation. Roughly 43% of what you do today will be a system. The question is not, should I have systems? The question is, did I choose these systems or did they just happen to me? We are emotional beings, yes, but for us to grow wise, we must use our logic to build better automated habits. Don't fear the checklist. Don't fear the calendar. Don't fear the routine. Systems aren't boring, they are essential. Thank you for listening. I'm Joshua Van Veen. Go build your system.